So your visa ran out while you were in Egypt. I'm speaking to Americans specifically here, but I assume that a lot of it will relate to you regardless of where you're from. Your visa ran out. You came on a tourist visa, presumably, as I did, and you decided to stay. The people are a lot nicer than online people will claim to be, and it's a pretty cheap country. It's pleasant. I'm happy here, and I'm a rabbi. I'm an open public Jew in Egypt. I've only had 2 issues here, and one of them was with an American who wasn't even an Egyptian. Anyways, so your visa ran out. What to do? Well, after having gone through incredible rigmarole, I can tell you the answer. So presumably you overstayed by a few months. If you didn't overstay by a few months, well, most of this will still apply. You're going to have to go to the visa office. Now, here, I'll tell you where I did it. I'm in Sharm el-Sheikh. There are, online, you'll be told that you should go to Cairo to the Mogama building, but that is incorrect. So if you're in Sharm el-Sheikh, you go to the police station that's a little bit out of the way from everything else. If you take a taxi there, from anywhere in Sharm, don't pay more than £200. There is an excellent application here called InDrive. It's like Uber, but for Sharm el-Sheikh. Get InDrive and set it for £195, and people will agree to take you from anywhere within Sharm el-Sheikh to the visa office. They'll try to convince you that they should stay there and take you back. Don't do that, because it could take quite a while in the visa office, and they're going to try to maximize how much money they get out of you. Now here's how this works. In order to get your visa renewed, and if you overstayed your visa, there's a penalty as well, then you're going to have to give them a certain number of Egyptian pounds. How many Egyptian pounds? That is what is a little bit confusing. It's changing constantly, and your complication is that you can't just show up with a credit card or a debit card or with Egyptian pounds. You actually have to take foreign currency to one of only 2 kinds of banks. To Bank Misr, M-I-S-R, or to the National Bank. If you exchange your foreign currency in any other bank, it won't do you any good. That was an alarm there. I have to call somebody back in a moment. So let me pause. You know, the person that I had to call right there is also relevant to your Egyptian experience. If you're using WhatsApp or if you're using Skype, then you have to first, unless you have a residency permit or something like that, if you have like the regular sort of SIM card that you get at any of the stores over here, you're going to have to first do a VPN in order to utilize those. However, with Google Voice or with Google Meet, you don't have to do a VPN. That's what I was testing just there. So that's good to know. Now, here's the deal. You're going to want to first go to the visa office to find out exactly how much you need. Exactly how many Egyptian pounds you need, because you're going to need to exchange with a receipt, a notarized and copied receipt with all your information on it, your name, your passport number, everything, from the bank, again, only Bank Misr or the National Bank of Egypt. You're going to have to know exactly how much you have to pay in pounds, and the only way you're really going to find that out for sure is by going to the visa office first. So you go to the visa office, show them your passport, they'll tell you how much you need, and now you have to find foreign currency, because believe it or not, it is illegal for anybody here, including the banks, to give you foreign currency. So you're going to have to make friends. Now, if you're in certain parts of Sharm el-Sheikh, for example in Hadaba or Nama Bay, there are a lot of people who have dollars. There are a lot of stores that take dollars. And you're going to have to somehow not come across creepily explaining to them that, as ridiculous as it sounds, you need to give them Egyptian pounds in order to get foreign currency, such as dollars or euros or British sterling, in order to go then to one of these 2 banks and change it back. You got that so far? Step 1, find out how many pounds you owe. Step 2, get that amount and check the currency rate online. Get that amount in foreign currency by hook or by crook. And then step 3, exchange that. Make sure at the bank that they give you a receipt properly stamped, that it has your name on it, and that they put your passport number on it, and that they make a copy of it. Great. Now you have the requisite number of Egyptian pounds. You're going to also need 3 copies of your passport photo page, 3 copies of your visa page that was put in there when you first entered the country. In addition, you're going to need, like I mentioned, the receipt and a copy of the receipt, and you're going to need now the Egyptian pounds requisite for paying the amount, the fine plus the residency card. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments, and to the best of my knowledge and ability, I'll be glad to answer them. Enjoy your stay. Have a beautiful time in Egypt.